Hi and welcome. My name is Robert Hall. I'm with Cork Medical. I'm a product support specialist, and what we're doing today is we are going to do a cleaning service and testing on how to properly clean, test, functionality. What I do is I help with the dealers in maintaining any questions on the device, troubleshooting techniques, better efficiency and user end on how to work with the Nissus device. Okay, and now we're going to go through the process of cleaning the Nissus device. Things we want to have on hand are our proper PPE, so you'll need a set of gloves. You also need a cloth, something to wipe the pump, the Nissus pump down on, and then a cleaning solution, disinfectant. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and don our PPE, get these on here. Cleaning the device is really simple. What we do here is we will go ahead and use our disinfectant, and we're going to want to spray the cloth first. Now the reason we're spraying the cloth first is so that we're not getting too much of the solution onto the device and creating any type of streaks or anything onto the screen. So we're just going to apply cleaning solution onto the housing unit, front, back, get the sides. Get into some of these crevices. It may be needed that you may have to use a cotton swab if you're having more trouble with some of these crevices. Make sure you get the back and the rear housing. Get that cleaned up fairly good. Go ahead and spray again. This way we can go ahead and get the screen. And we will go ahead and get the screen like so. And there we have it. That's all that's needed for the cleaning procedure of the Nissus pump. Okay, so now we're going to do the functionality testing. And before we actually get into the testing, what we're doing with the functionality is we want to make sure that the pump is in proper working condition before we send it out into the field, before it's getting out to its customers. So first step is we want to do a visible inspection of the pump. Make sure that we got, the housing looks good. There's no cuts or scratches, dings, anything like that. We then want to go ahead and look at the screen. We want to make sure that the screen has no condensation or water droplets or any cracks or anything like that into the screen. So once the visible inspection is completed, we can then go ahead and move on and turn on the device. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and test the alarms on the Nissus device. So let's go ahead and power on the pump. And before we actually power on the pump, I do want to let you know that the alarms on the device are the leak alarm, the blockage alarm, and the canister full alarm. So those are the alarms we're going to be testing. The leak alarm is just going to go ahead for 60 seconds here. It just is going to determine whether or not the pump is actually sucking properly. And we will wait 60 seconds and allow the pump to start the alarm. I like to watch the run time here, and what that indicates here is how often, once we turn it on, how long the pump has been running. When I see the 1 come in here, that is 1 minute or 60 seconds, and therefore the pump should trigger the... Okay, so the alarm has triggered. We'll go ahead and mute this, and then what we can do is we can move on to the next alarm. The next alarm we're going to go ahead and test will be the block alarm. make sure for this test we want to ensure that you have a canister on the Nissus. So go ahead and grab your canister. We're going to go ahead and put that on the hinge, swing it around, and close it. Next option we will do is go ahead and clamp your hose. Okay. With that being clamped, the device is now clamped, and this will be testing the block alarm. Now, for the block, I do want to show you how we can actually get the block delay to a less time so that the actual block delay will trigger. So we'll go ahead and go into the menu. We'll go down to the settings. We're going to go down to factory admin, menu select, password. Very simple, and we'll have something on the screen for you, but we're going to go up, down, left, right, up, down, menu select. Block delay is always set to the factory setting of 10. Go ahead, and we're going to move the arrow down to the highlighted block delay. We will then go ahead and move it, and you can set this for 3 minutes, 1 minute if you want to. For this purpose, we'll just have 1 minute. Hit the exit. Do you want to accept these changes? Yes. Exit. And then, of course, you can use the runtime to time yourself. 1 minute passed, the block delay should alarm. Next alarm we're going to go ahead and test will be the canister full alarm. For this, we will need to remove the canister. And then all we're going to do here is put our finger over the rear nozzle, and the canister full alarm should trigger. There it is, canister full. And you can just go ahead and follow the directions here if you want to turn off the alarm. So power off the canister, or excuse me, power off the Nissus, and that'll go ahead and stop the alarm. Okay, so here we are going to go ahead and do the testing to make sure that the pump is actually charging correctly. So go ahead and grab your power charging cable, go ahead and plug it in, and we want to go ahead and plug it in here, and then go ahead and just gently go around with the cable, okay? This blue light indicates that we have good ground. So when you're twisting that around, and you just have to do it gently, you don't want to be too physical with this, but when you're twisting that around and this were to blink at all, we do not have good ground, okay? That's a good indication that our charging port may need to get exchanged, okay? So, but we have good ground, so we're going to go ahead and move on. Go ahead and turn on your device. And the next thing we want to see here is a lightning bolt, okay? Lightning bolt indicates that we are actually charging the device, okay? Now, you may have the battery maybe at 100%, it may be lower than that. We recommend just go ahead and charge it up. That way, once you have it charged up, we can go ahead and get this out to the field. We're going to go ahead and remove the battery, or excuse me, the power cable. All right. Once you remove the power cable here, we want to make sure that this battery does not drop below 80% within 2 minutes. Okay. If it does drop more than 20% within 2 minutes, that's a good indication that the battery is faulty and will need changed. Now, if you're having issues with the battery and we want to do a battery reset, the battery reset would be good for if you're having issues charging the device to 100%, perhaps it's stuck at 80, 88%, and it's just not getting to 100%. You've had it on the charger for quite some time and it's just not working. What we need to do is we need to reset the battery. I'm going to show you how to do this. So, menu select, settings, change date and time. We will go ahead And how we're doing this is you just use the arrows. The highlighted section is the section you're on. We will go ahead and advance the date by 1 month. Okay, hit exit again, so we're back at the main screen. At this point in time, it's a waiting game. We're going to wait up to 1 minute, and we should have a change in percentage. There it is, right on cue. It's now gone up to 100%, and your battery has been reset. Now that we've completed cleaning and testing of the Nissus pump, the device is now ready to go out into the field to your customers.